Hello, folks. This month we are going to talk about social engineering. Social engineering, simply stated, is getting someone to perform some action through psychological manipulation. Social engineering is considered a con game or confidence trick. The goal of a social engineer is to gain unauthorized access to systems or information in order to perform eavesdropping or intelligence gathering, perhaps to disrupt your system operations, or to commit fraud, taking your money or your belongings. Social engineering scams on the computer come in a variety of forms. Some of the names for social engineering attacks are phishing, pronounced phishing, pretexting, quid pro quo, which is the idea of you do something for me, I will do something for you. Dumpster diving, one of my all-time favorites, where people actually socially engineered by going into dumpsters, retrieving confidential information that had been discarded but not destroyed. Baiting, which is the idea that someone might leave around a memory stick or a CD and the person would plug it into their system unknowingly and get infected. Tailgating, the idea that someone goes behind a door that you have opened into your place of work and they gain access even though they're not an employee. And there's several more different types of social engineering attacks that you need to be aware of. Now let's take a look at an example of a phishing attack. Phishing is the attempt to acquire sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, bank account numbers, credit card details, and other valuable personal information by masquerading as a trustworthy entity or trustworthy person in an electronic communication. Phishing, if you think of it as fishing with a hook and someone's trying to reel in your information, your username, your password, your account numbers, all sorts of information. Now, phishing attacks will often come to you in the form of an email that appears to come from a reliable source. Typically, there are clues in the email that tell us something is wrong. But often, we are working too fast, we're not reading messages as closely as we should be, and we just click through things. Here's an example of a phishing attack. The attack, it's crafted like a mail message that looks absolutely legitimate from Citibank. Has a pretty good looking logo, seems to use their colors properly, blue and red. And down here, you'll see it actually asks for, please follow the link to renew your account information. Well, no reputable business is ever going to ask for your personal information through an email like this. This is a scam, okay? Just because it looks good, you need to be aware that this is really a scam, okay? If you were actually to examine where the link points to by mousing over this link or putting that link into a browser, you'll see that that really doesn't go to a Citibank website. And we're going to talk about that technique on another Tech Talk. Now, if you receive an email stating your email account is going to become inactive and that you need to update your username and password to ensure continued service, you're probably being scammed. Here's an example of a Yahoo email, well, a scammed Yahoo email. This is actually not sent out by Yahoo, but it's made to look like a Yahoo email. Notice they have the Yahoo logo here, Dear Valued Member, you know, and we're all valued members, and that sort of terminology certainly gets our guard down. And it tells you that your account is going to be disconnected if you don't respond with your username and password. Well, scam, absolute scam. No company will solicit personal information in this manner. You need to be wary of this, and these are a scam, okay? Now, if you receive an email, and I suspect a lot of us have received email like this, claiming that your system is infected, you're urged to call some phone number to schedule repairs. Okay, the email may come up in this form, warning that you're being infected. It gives you a phone number. And you may be thinking, geez, that's very nice of these people to be looking out for my well-being, and they're telling me my system is infected. Well, scam. This is an absolute scam. One thing you might do is you take this phone number and put it into a Google search, and lo and behold, you'll get some information on this phone number. And that phone number may be telling you that this number is used as a scam. Now, if your system is infected, you will determine that by observing slowness, system crashing, excessive hard disk activity, pop-up screens coming up, your browser going to different pages, and perhaps your virus protection is disabled. So you're going to determine that your system is infected before some person on the web determines it for you. This is a common scam. Now, attacks can come in various forms. They can come through email, but they can also come through personal contact, telephone calls, or even in the U.S. mail. We have all probably received U.S. mail about a cruise or an airline ticket we have won. With social engineering, the attacker is counting on the mark, that's the victim, me or you, to trust the source of the email, phone call, or contact. Now, the basis of social engineering attacks is to take advantage of the cognitive biases that human beings have. And these biases that we have are to trust people, we want to help people, we want to avoid conflict with people, and we tend to believe everything we read. These cognitive biases are sometimes called bugs or flaws in the human system. At least we call them that in computer engineering. It is much easier for an attacker to simply ask for your password than it is for them to build some elaborate eavesdropping software. So how do we protect ourselves from social engineering attacks? Education. We need to become aware of the different types of attacks. We have to guard our information. You never ever give out your personal information to anyone in email or in conversation. Slow down, take a breath, read the messages that are being presented to you. We're always too busy clicking first, reading second. Attackers prey on this. They want you to act first and think later. So research the facts. Be suspicious of any unsolicited messages. Delete any request for financial information or password that has scam written all over it. Reject requests for unsolicited help or offers of help. Don't let a web link control where you land. That's it for this month. Be productive on your computer, but be safe. Practice, practice, practice.